before I just be yourself. You know, the thing is, what we're saying, look, you were going on about before, right, about the Manny offside. It wasn't offside. The Derby, last Derby, yeah.
And we were robbed.
Well, you were offside
because
the elbow was offside.
It was his foot.
Well, I thought it was his foot. He got big feet. No, seriously, look. But the thing is, look, let's get down to the bait, because it's backfired on a lot of teams now, hasn't it, where the winning goal, and as clearly said, the old offside, it was that when a player was, they had a little bit of a daylight
between them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they've changed it that many times over the last 20 years.
Who are these people?
It's UEFA, FIFA, they're making all these rules up, they're playing with the game. It's not, why fix it if it's not broke? Over 100 years we've been playing football, and all we talk about now is VAR. When we didn't have VAR, we'd say, what a great ball by Mulby, what a great ball by Sharp, what a great goal by Sharp, what a great save by the goalkeeper, what a great goal by Kenny Dalglish, Ian Rush. You can talk about all them, Jeff. They wouldn't have got half the goals that they got
Yeah.
if you're playing now because of the VAR.
I hate it.
The offside is the biggest bone of contention in football, in my eyes. Is that the fact is, we want more goals, but all we're doing with VAR, we're just giving penalties. There's more penalties this season up to now than there ever has been. And you can go and check the records. You look how many penalties. Manchester United get one every half.
Yeah.
Take the piss, but, you know, it just seems to me. But we're not talking about the actual football. We're talking about VAR, and that is not, to me, is not actual football. It's a fella sitting in a box somewhere in some part of the country looking at it. Then they send the referees over. And Mike Dean, I hold him great regard as a referee. Yeah. But he's making some terrible decisions, or someone in his ears making terrible decisions.
I think that's ripping the freaking thing.
No, Mike is a good referee. Yeah. You don't become a bad referee overnight.
Okay.
And a lot of these referees are good referees, but we're putting most of our energy on the referees making a decision. They're not making a decision. The linesmen can't even give offsides now. How many times have you seen now VAR? A player's offside and play continues.
Yeah.
One day there's going to be a player throwing a tackle in who's going to seriously hurt someone, i.e. Pickford, in the derby.
Oh, come on.
No, come on, I'm just using that as an example. There's a player that got injured, but the game should have stopped 15 seconds before that. Okay, that's one player is out of the game. Yeah. And that's what I'm saying. You watch football, watch the Liverpool-Tottenham game of the week. The game had gone on for 20 seconds, then the flag went up. Well, 20 seconds is a long time in football. Think about it, Jeff. That can be a broken leg, an ankle injury, any injury. Pull it. You see.
I'm only getting a bit better because you used Pickford and that, so I'm never told you anything.
You're not.
You're having a go with you.
I'm not having a go.
Put the dig in.
I know. Go on.
No, but look, what you're saying is, I totally agree. You know, the old days when we used to go and watch football, and and the referee and the two linesmen. All right, they might have made the odd dodgy decision, but that was part of the fun of it, wasn't it? But it wasn't that dodgy though. I mean, you get what I mean? If there was a goal, if it was slightly offside, I always believe the player's onside of the player. Yeah. And there's no daylight. He's onside.
And when you see it now, Jeff, when you see these lines that he draws across and all that, when was the last time you celebrated the goal?
Seriously,
when was the last time you celebrated the goal?
I get you.
Think about it.
Yeah, like that. Dodgy, is it on? Straight when the goal goes in, is it on? Oh, the VAR. There's no
none of that.
Well, it is, but then it's like, you get that, it's not a full.
It's not. Football, VAR is killing football as a sport. That's my belief. And I've put this down, I put it on social media. I'm not talking about the game. I'm not talking about a goal. I mean, I'm talking about...
So do you want to have a national petition to stop VAR?
It'll never happen. It'll never happen.
We could do. Everyone who disbelieves in VAR, or just put your comments down below, you could do, and then say, look at that, I've got half of England, because I know every football fan would feel the same, to say, listen, the VAR, right, should only be used, right, flash it. Do you know how long does it take anyway? Because you're watching the game, right, and if it is if it's offside, there's no daylight, they can just go zoom straight away, can't they? And
Well, it's supposed to be, but I think we do away with this technology. I like the time where I liked it when it was a goal. Yeah, okay, yeah. Unless the linesman or lines person put their flag up and got the attention of the referee and said number 4 has pushed number 5 or was that and the other, and that was it. It was all available. You don't see the referee talking to the linesman anymore.
Okay.
You think about it. Might as well do away with the linesman.
So what's he there for? Them just to take the throw-ins, yeah?
Oh, sorry. He's just there for the throw-ins and ins and outs. It's like being a pub football team. Yeah, there's the lines, yeah.
But he should be the other line, though. Should he do the other to know the trustworthy? Yeah.
Well, that's when I was on the line for games.
Yeah.
I was like the second eye for the referee. You know, we used to play outside rights. So one line would be there, one line would be on the other side, and the referee would go across there. That's the way we used to do it. And it's I think I've gone off football.
Okay.
I've gone off football because of VAR. I don't enjoy it like I used to. I watch it because it's part of me.
Yeah, you've got to watch football. But
I've got to watch football. If we didn't watch football, what else would we do?
You don't speak alone because we thought it was going to help, wasn't it?
We thought it was, yeah. But they change the rules all the time. Like you were saying about the corner, the ball should be in the quadrant.
Okay.
Not on the edge. It should be in the quadrant.
What, in the middle? Yeah, not like slightly.
None of this slightly out and up. Or just out and then just a little bit of the balls out on the line.
Yeah, well, here's one for you.
Goal line technology, sorry. Goal line technology, I agree with totally.
Okay, goal line. Yeah.
Goal line technology, I agree with that.
Yeah.
That is perfect.
So they're saying then, listen, if the ball has anything in goal line, the ball's got to cross the line.
Yes. Yeah. It's got all the ball, it's got to be
all
the
line. Ball, and there's not one even molecule of a ball on the line.
Otherwise it's it.
So why the offside then? So that means, if that's what they're saying, and that's the rule, if a player, the player is basically, his body is touching his body, there's no daylight, but however, his elbow or his nose or his foot or his other part is slightly off, then it's you know what I mean? So it's a contradiction, isn't it?
I think so. I think
that's not logic, that is,
I think it should be the torso.
Yeah.
I don't think about all these bits that hang off our bodies.
Okay.
That's offside. That's not offside.
The torso like that, yeah.
You've had the torso. Right, you're level with it. If me and you are level now, I'm not offside.
Yeah, okay.
I'm onside.
You're onside.
I'm level with you.
Yeah.
It used to be if you're level, you're onside. Years ago, it used to be level, you were offside, and then they changed it to go with
so what did you do now? You was playing referee, right? So you had no lines, or because you knew the thing. Did you always try and keep up with the line?
I had to try and keep up with play. Yeah. It's very, very difficult on your own on a boggy pitch in Lincoln Park. You know what I mean? In the middle of winter. You know, you try it, it's not, you can't, it's impossible.
So what happens then? Offside! And they're all screaming at you. What happened there, Pete? What did you
play on?
Yeah.
Play on.
Play on!
Play on! Remember Cyril Baxter? Play on! Play on! It's the blue ball.
That's what he said,
He used to always say that, yeah. But
are you blind, referee?
Yeah, I am, yeah. I'm going to Specsavers tomorrow, I used to say, yeah.
You're a wanker.
Yeah. I took a pair of glasses in the dressing room once. No, I'm your referee for today.
So you thought.
Well, you should have seen the faces.
That's great. Did he come in with them?
No, not that. No. But you see, the thing about it, when you talk about offside, amateur football to semi-pro football to amateur football to professional football, the offside is different in every scene to be in every league, because you haven't got VAR in amateur football. I don't think you've got it in the lower divisions, have you?
Not really, no.
And if you go and watch a lower division game, you haven't got VAR, I think you would enjoy it more than watching the Premier League. I'm seriously thinking of going down to watch Tranmere or something to watch a game.
Just to get the same buzz.
Get the buzz like you used to.
The flow and the fast flow.
Yeah, go and watch Vauxhalls on a Saturday, go and support your local side and watch football as it should be. Not like these people, these boffins in FIFA and UEFA.
Who are these people anyway?
They're self-elected people, that's what they are. Self-elected.
Are they footballers? You should.
They've never played football in their lives.
You know, listen, like a course, like you got a jury.
Yeah.
They get selected, so you know who's it. Well, who are these people in these like little chances? You know, it's corrupt, isn't it? The corruption now.
The people who are doing VAR are ex-referees or referees.
Well, they should stand there and say, I mean, them VAR decisions that were totally...
Why doesn't the referee ever come out and go in front of the camera? I've always said that.
Well, at the end of the game.
At the end of the game. The players have to, the managers do.
That's a good thing, that.
Why can't the referees come out and say, well,
yeah,
who made that decision for you, Mr. Dean? Someone down the road, I got a decision and it said it was offside, so to keep the game at the flow. You want to know, because the fans and the public and people who watch it, they don't know what's happening.
They will blame it on the referee and there's other piece. That would be a distraction anyway, wouldn't it? You know,
I don't know, they must have get used to it now.
Could you get used to that sort of thing?
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
It's offside, Peter, it's offside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they had the Lions had a little widget in the flag.
Yeah.
They'd press it and the referee would get it that he's offside. They would put a flag up.
Well, just say for instance, he's got like people fiddle around. It's freezing, he's shivering.
Never wore gloves when a referee door lined. Yeah.
You never wore gloves?
No.
No. Stock, good stock. I mean, was that set by set for an example? Like,
Yeah. Well, some of these players wearing gloves, I just don't get it. All the money that they're on, I'm not being funny, but...
Man up.
Man up. Man up, little man. You can't say man up anymore.
You can't say yes.
So you can be politically correct.
So, being politically correct, what would you say? Strength
Man up.
Oh, it's great. It matters.
I think that, you know what, VAR is not as good as what we all thought it was going to be. Certainly. It's a...
Can we vote it out though? Or is it in like the World Cup now? You know, imagine the World Cup's going to come on the European...
I don't know, Jeff. I mean, but
Drum
I just
roll.
get disappointed. Just every time I went to watch Liverpool the other night, and yesterday they got beat by City. Well, when I went to watch it, I went and watched upstairs, and I thought, I'm not enjoying this. It doesn't matter what the score is. You know what I mean? I just thought, and everything's been going back, looking on everything. And one game I've watched, I think it was a Champions League game. Liverpool, I don't watch anybody but Liverpool. And it was such a good game. I think Liverpool must have won 3 or 4-0 away from home. But there wasn't one decision about VAR. And you know when the commentators were talking on BT Sports, I don't think they knew what to talk about. They had to talk about football. They had to talk about a move and show moves and things like that.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Where he dropped his shoulder and
he's turning. Do you talk about the common sense?
Yeah. What you like to talk about in the pub.
Yeah.
Imagine, I mean, as I say, because this goes back, so when the game's finished, right, this is going back years ago, you talk about the play.
Yeah.
Say, for instance, for me, with like Peter, he dropped his shoulder and he put like a through when we won the Division 1.
Division 1. The Cannon
You
Trophy.
haven't won the Premiership! This is just Division 1.
The Cannon Trophy.
Oh, the big vibrator. Big golden vibrator. Do you know what done your head, that? Who ever designed that?
Cannon.
Cheers, Cannon. I think it was like the World Cup,
World
but
Cup,
it wasn't.
it was like a ball, like looking
I know, oh Christ, would have looked well in a sex shop, that one.
Right. I'm not
right, you can imagine it. We walk and run around, but the famous years, so this is what's going on. Not football without the fans, the VAR, scrap it. But they do it in rugby. It's the same arguments in rugby,
In rugby, they know why. I can hear what the referee's saying.
Well, you can,
you can hear what the referee's saying.
There you go.
Rugby league's the same, isn't it? Where he's wired up and they've got a big screen and he's on the pitch. He doesn't have to run to the side of the pitch.
Oh, it's a big screen.
Big screen. Yes, and look, the rugby union, they're doing the same. Look at them. Okay, let's carry on.
But there's never arguments of VAR and rugby though, is there? So why so it's football?
Rugby players are different than footballers.
The more big men.
Football's the prima donnas.
Yeah.
Rugby players just get stuck in, have a few Guinness after, get some stitches in my head, and then we'll go home and we'll go to the next game. They stand up. Do you understand what I mean by that,
Yeah.
You could have made a good rugby player, Jeff.
Well, I tried it once, but I was getting too fisty. Well, no, it was in the scrum. I remember in the scrum, right, in the army, playing for the army, King A Company, went to a scrum, and some fellas just went like straight away.
It didn't spoil your looks, honest.
Kissed the baby.
But you don't,
get on with it.
You got to get on with it, but football's got to get on. But
Yeah.
football is a standstill at the moment because of VAR. This is all my opinion, by the way.
Yeah.
Do you understand where I'm coming from?
Yeah,
Everybody else has got opinions.
Everyone's got an opinion, but the thing is, like, I had Jegsy on and Paul Tramarco, two other Reds.
Yeah.
We're going to get an episode on soon, I'll tell you. But the thing is, they're the same. It's just, it's not football without the fans, obviously with this COVID stuff.
Yeah.
Fair enough, it's out there, it's killing people.
Must be killing Jegsy.
Yeah, that's the same as his life, you know,
Life,
stuff
innit?
like that. But eventually we're going to get back into the stadium, and that's the 12th man, they reckon. No, they reckon at home, when all the fans are there, it gives them an extra boost, yeah.
Go into the game, right? It's part of your life. It's part of what you do in life. Your whole day is set up. This is me personally speaking.
Yeah.
Right. Liverpool are playing this afternoon, right? Get a breakfast, get a brekkie. Make sure
excited,
everything
buzzing.
get yourself ready. Ooh, watch Football Focus.
Yeah.
Get in your car or get on the bus or
Do
get
a
on
bet
the train.
before,
No, I do a bet, yeah.
From the betting office.
Do all that. Get on the bus or the train or the boat, whatever you wanted to do, however you wanted to get to Anfield. And then go and have a few scoops before the game. Get in the game, watch the game, come out, have a few more beers, get the bus or taxi, get home, have a few more pints, go out at night. And what do you talk about? You're talking about the match with your mates. You're not talking about VAR.
What about your wife?
Oh.
I'm through with Spanish. What about me? You think about football?
Yeah.
No,
But Saturday,
I get you.
I was lucky enough, my missus,
Yeah.
she knew football was my life, and then
Yeah.
my week, the football was my weekend. It was off work, that was it.
Yeah. If you marry me, you marry me job. I'll tell you really was again. You marry me, you marry me job, yeah. But you know what though, seriously, it's just, it got rid of everything. That it was a good weekend. I mean, season 6 for the Blues, it's that feeling of going to match.
Yeah.
And the excitement, and you know, with your mates, meeting everyone, the camaraderie, go and have a couple of pints, watch the game, win or lose.
I remember taking my daughter Jessica to a game, and I said, I've got tickets to go on Saturday. She said, all right then, Dad, yeah. So she used to work at the hairdressers.
Yeah.
So she got up Saturday morning, come down, done my hair, Dad, bright red, absolutely bright red the hair was. So we went to the outside the grounds. She said, oh, can I have some chips? Yeah, I'll get some chips, curry and chips. Sitting there, this fella comes over and starts taking photographs of her. I said, here we go. Oh, official Liverpool football programme. It'll be in it'll be in the next home game, this picture. You've seen it there, so we're going to take it. Lo and behold, as we're looking through the programme there, she is.
Is she? Made the programme, mate.
Offlander.
Offlander.
Yeah.
Oh, that's brilliant. Well, Pete, it's, you know, any more points that you want to bring out, because being a referee.
There's all sorts. I could go on forever and ever, but you've got me in the mood to talk, and I think that's the good thing about it. I'm out the house.
Yeah.
I'm talking. I'm
talking football.
Yeah. And
Best football game you ever seen, obviously, when you're spectating?
77.
What was that?
European Cup final, Rome.
In Rome? Yeah.
Getting there was a trauma. Getting back was even harder. I booked sick that week, and if I ever get near, I lost my job.
Is that the first time you won the European Cup? Yeah.
We got beat by United at Wembley 2-1.
Okay.
And then we got the bus over to Rome. And then
So you were in Wembley, was you? You went to Wembley?
Wembley on the Saturday, Rome on the Wednesday, back home the following Sunday.
And do you know what? So was it? We had just a quick to watch Jegsy's about the next time we went to Rome, '84, and they did, a lot of them, all the spectators got stabbed,
ripped.
Yeah.
We went back to our
Children,
bus.
women getting stabbed.
We went back to our bus in the coach park, and there wasn't.
Did they say anything about that though at the time? No.
Don't do it.
They didn't say
And
nothing.
I think that was the start of Heysel.
Yeah.
Because Heysel was the following year, '85.
The aggression, the build up, the bad thing.
Italians, you're playing Italians. Italians just run away.
Yeah.
I'm not going there with Heysel. I'm not going there with
I'm not going to talk about it, because I mean, a lot of people say when they talk about Hillsborough or Heysel so much, but you know what? It's been talked about that many times, and I totally respect, you know, the mournful, you know, it brings a lot of bad
I've got to
memories
give a
to
lot of
people.
credit to Everton Football Club about Hillsborough. No, I will say that.
Yeah.
They were 100% behind Liverpool.
Oh, totally.
Totally.
Well, my brother went, and I had the same thing with my mum, and we was waiting for the phone call.
Yeah.
My cousin went as well, Roberts, he was out in Australia. The things he told me, but you never want to say it on air because they just want to put it to sort of bed. And, you know, it's over the football, you know.
I had a job that day. I'd give my ticket away because I couldn't get time off work. And thankfully the lad who took the ticket, he got back all right.
Yeah.
But there was a fire where the old Bitston Mill, where Tesco's is
Yeah,
now.
Tesco's is, yeah.
We were putting it out, it was a metal fight, it took ages. And then the boss said to me, go and see how Liverpool are getting on. I said, right. So I'll find out. So there's a couple of Evertonians on the crew as well. Goes, how are Everton getting on? They're winning 1-0. How Liverpool getting on? Oh, it hasn't started. It stopped and started. There's 50 people have been killed. What? And this fella on a grainy little telly, you know, like a little black and white telly, all crackly. He showed me, what's that? So I went to say to the boss, I said, there's deaths at Hillsborough. So we got back to the station about 7:30 at night. We finished at 6. And there it was, still on the news. Couldn't believe it. Devastating.
I mean,
we were in the fire brigade and we felt so, we couldn't do nothing about it.
And you'd see that. Do you know, I trust that you know, because I remember speaking to a lot of people and yourself being a fish, say you were a referee of that game and you come out and you've seen it, God help you, you know, would have warned the police to see the fans, and would you have that awareness to say something needs to be done because they left him?
To be fair to that referee on the day, he was just told to get on with it. Get the game going, we don't want to stop, get it going.
You know, because obviously it falls down to the person who was watching and who was the chief one. But anyway, that's another thing to be talked over a pint. Okay, Pete, take care, mate.
Thanks, Jeff.
Ta-ra, mate.
It's been amazing.
Yeah.
It's been amazing.
Love you, mate.
Thanks, Jeff.
Ta-ra, mate.
Ta-ra, mate.